Do you know what makes you special? Follow and subscribe to the special Fallout series show now so you can find out. And enjoy the following episode of the special Fallout series show. Welcome back to another episode of the special Fallout series show. I'm your host, Mikey, and today we are here to give our instant reaction to Season 1, Episode 3, The Head. Okay, now, before we get into this instant reaction, I gotta say, I gotta change the way I'm doing things here because I'm falling way farther behind than I want to be. Okay, so instead of doing the instant reaction and then doing the spoiler, more in-depth review, I'm just gonna power through the rest of this season. And after each episode, I'm still going to do an instant reaction because I'm only going to have time to watch one episode a night. But I'm not going to take time to do the more in-depth reviews in between. So from this episode on, for the rest of the season, I will, as soon as I finish an episode, I'm going to come on, do an instant reaction, and then at the end of the season, I'll go back and do full-on spoiler review for the season and talk about the more in depth on the specific episodes. But like I said, I'm falling way too far behind on this. So, you know, when I get the chance, I want to be able to sit down and watch an episode and then get on and talk about it right away. So that's how we're going to do this going forward. But let's get into the instant reaction that I had from watching the episode, Season 1, Episode 3, The Head. Another great episode. You know, some awesome graphics used in this one, right? Getting to see some insanely detailed creatures in this one that we have not seen in the previous episodes. Nothing like this, anyways, and even made it even look more insane than what I've seen from the game. Right, so that was cool to see that. Again, you know, we know the setting, the costuming, the coloring, everything that still continues to be good. The acting, yeah, it's just getting better because we're getting to see more of our characters. We get to see more than just our main three characters. In this episode as well, we get to see some more depth from, you know, multiple surface dwellers, multiple vault dwellers. So I like that now that we've established in the first two episodes, okay, these are our main players, but what about the supporting cast around them? What are they doing? What are their motivations? You know, what's their stories? We're bringing some of those players in and finding more about them. And again, we're just finding out that, you know, the casting did a really great job of picking the actors and actresses to play these parts. Tone wise, again, nailed it tonally. We get to see, especially the scene where we get the ghoul and Lucy together, and the whole scene with them trying to bait a monster in the lake, right? I think we just really see the difference. You know, they really show us what the difference is between the surface dweller and the vault dweller, and, you know, just how much the vault dweller does not understand what is going on in the surface world and how much that changes them. We see, you know, we got the line from Dr. Wilzig that, you know, him wondering if Lucy would, if her motivations would be the same uh, when she changed. And then in this, we see the ghoul. We know who the ghoul was before, and we could see how this world has changed him and how his motivations aren't the same as they were before this happened. Because we see he seemed to be a really great guy before this nuclear war happened, and now he's still living 219 years later, and yeah, he's become a different animal, and he's got different motivations and is totally different person now. So what I just can't wait to see how now being on the surface, how this is going to affect Lucy going going forward through the rest of this series. How much does she change? How much does her motivations change and her wants change based on being on the surface and realizing what it's like out here for the surface dwellers and having to live it through it herself. So yeah, I think they the friction that is going to be between characters was set up very nice here. I think Maximus and oh my gosh, I'm trying to blank on the character's name now, but Maximus and the guy that was from the training camp, who is now his squire, with him. We're really, again, we're getting to see how, yeah, we see with the ghoul, yeah, how bad that the surface can, being a surface dweller, how hardened that can make you. But then with Maximus and his squire, we are seeing, sometimes the world treats you so hard that, it, deep down, even though you might be a good guy and have good intentions, that it can again motivate you to treat some others horribly, so you're not the one being treated horribly. And so it was just kind of good for us to see that Maximus it is understanding that, and understanding the point of view of some characters that he may have not liked before because of how he's just treated by them. But it'll be interesting to see how their relationship develops going through the rest of this season. But yeah, there it is. That's my thoughts on this episode, my instant reaction. Again, once I finish all these episodes, we'll go back and do a more in-depth review of this episode. But I really want to get through this show because I'm just loving it. I don't want to, if I can watch these, if I can find time to watch these episodes a little bit more frequently, I'm going to do that. And I don't want to have wanting to do like a spoiler review hold me back on that. So we'll get through these instant reactions, then we'll go back and do like a full-on spoiler review of the season. Okay, so there it is, and that's going to be this episode. Thanks so much for watching it. Please subscribe, comment, hit the like button. Podcast listeners, subscribe, follow, leave a 5-star rating and a review, because it really helps the show a lot. And we're starting to build a little following here, and if we can get the community commenting on the YouTube videos and have a little community built here where we can all hang out, that would be just so awesome. So anything you do help the show grow would be great. And yeah, that's the episode. If you haven't figured it out by now, do you know what makes you special? It's listening to the special Fallout series show.